Hello. Um, Sorry for a bit of delay. I was hanging out laundry, and it looks like someone in the chat wants to get bonked ready. Yeah, that's my gun. Yeah, I have a real life gun now. Sounds very loud, but there's nothing inside. I'm actually just damaging the spring by doing this. Pretty sure you guys have seen the gun before, but not in the stream. No, there's no actual picture with the gun. Hey, hi, Monsieur. What's up? Yeah, there's not gonna be much actually today. Cause I was thinking like just doing a basic writing stream. Cause last week I didn't actually manage to write anything. Cause I am just lazy as fuck. I kind of slept. Just the end the picture of the gun lah. It's Nerf. If you look up Nerf Rival Takedown, I believe you can find it. That's just also hello everybody. I literally just what's it called? I was what's it called? I'm testing out OBS still after like Halo Infinite's thing, but you know what? That's fine. All's fine. How you guys? How you, Mysterio? How you doing? I'm a bit sleepy today because yeah, it's a whole week of work and stuff, so I am slightly tuned out. But nonetheless, I'm gonna see whether I can make myself interesting. Yeah, my brain is dying already. Me brain am dead. Too much things to juggle. Like it was that. It's like my job is one thing to juggle, and then after that is the games, the stream. I only have 3 streams, and I feel like sometimes the one on the weekend is like the hardest to do because I just really just want to sit down and sleep. But you know what? I don't think that's a healthy mentality to have. Really, it's just like okay, I was just looking at my dog. It isn't a healthy mentality to like have because if I want to sleep consistently and skip the streaming, that's just no good, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, good afternoon. I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope you, Mysterio, are doing okay. Yeah, because of the event that we're working on. I hope you're doing good. In any case, yeah, I am just kind of fretting around. Today hasn't been too much, the sun's in my eyes. No, the sun should be in my eyes. I don't want to stuck in the darkness, because otherwise I can't write. Okay, so, today, what are we doing? We're doing writing. Law writing as usual because last week I was supposed to have the law writing, but if I don't do like thing is if I don't do like if I don't catch up on the stream I missed the last time, I will always try and make sure I can resume that stream to like the next week or so because you know I can't leave I can't leave things hanging. And the stream that I wanted to do today was like it's just a basic law writing again. It was on a work about myself, the character, yes, the one you see in front of you. Very cute chibi fight as a well, you know, an actual what's it called really, an actual mercenary fighting a real war. It's called the Sunset War. I've been working on this on and off for like the last year or so, ever since not last year, I think it's like a few months ago, ever since I started picking up traction as a VTuber. If you're new, you may probably notice this, but yeah, I'm just gonna close off the music for a bit. We're gonna put on Ace Combat music because why not? It's been a long, like admittedly, right? It's been a very, very long time since I worked on the Sunset Wall. If you look up here, like I've quite literally had so little time to work on this. Not even that. I think I kind of lost interest. The thing about me and writing is that I kind of lose interest pretty easily when it comes to writing. It's a bad habit to have, but sometimes I guess it's because of the content of the stuff I'm working on. Things like Arma, I can't really like. I have like something called Arma that kind of goes on, but for that it seems to be more, you know, not intimate. I don't really know how to say it. It seems more interactive, and thus I don't really get bored of it. So yeah. The writing part, however, although as I said, it is my passion, it does get tiring sometimes, and I have to leave it be for like months on end before I can actually pick up traction again. It's kind of sad, but what I do, I'm shrugging right now. Again, no hand movement. So the Sunset War, as everyone, I don't think, and I don't remember when was the last time I actually streamed myself writing the story. It's been a long while since I wrote anything for this particular story, and I did revamp a lot of it as well to really give off that feel of the war story. And you can kind of see the first paragraph of the airfield back then was the first paragraph of the airfield was just a light-hearted jobber, like a jobber between a drunk character, a friend of mine, and me. But after a while, I realized that's not exactly the tone I'm looking for, especially what happens later on in the Warlord. But you know, and I took that as a lesson to the heart, and I was just like, you know what, why not we just turn it into the overarching theme. So on one end, I already have the idea of a plot in mind. I was telling my friend from Britain about like the general story I have going on, and I think safe to say I have the beginning, the mid part, and the end, and before that the climax. So I do have 4 elements that are needed in the story. So it's kind of there, but the pacing I feel like is very much off. Nice. Hello Dika, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's been a while. So I did try and settle everything out, right? So I don't know how you say, it's just a matter of me figuring out what can go straight, because the interlude between, like, there's no interlude between the city and the warlord. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see Oliver Randall. This is my friend who just kind of did it. And yeah, Mr. Oliver is a friend of mine from Britain. So yeah, I don't think there's any. So I don't know. This whole front part is completely new. I think I'll just run you guys through, because this I did not update it on the Google Docs solely because I did not want to risk going to a place where there's no internet and then not having the luxury of, you know, writing one of my own stories. So I saved it to my MacBook and I managed to write it from there. So the first part of the story, right, the Sunset War, is now it's a lot more grim, and it was like, your MacBook, Dika, I'm gonna shoot you. Like, you hear this? Yeah, that thing is gonna go like, yeah, in your head. Yeah, that's a Nerf gun. It's still lethal because it's rival. Anyway, yeah, what I meant to say was, let me just increase the chat size, it's a bit odd. What I meant to say was, I revamped it to be a bit more giving off of that, you know, Vietnam War vibe. You kind of catch what I'm going for here. It's got a bit more of that Vietnam War vibe, especially now that there's a group of people that I watch at the beginning that gives you a contrast between, you know, me and the rest of the soldiers. I'm okay. It's like, I don't remember what exactly was prompting me to write my character like this, but I guess it was just a kind of combination of locking things away and, you know, how I managed to deal with problems in real life. Yeah, here you go. I'm starting to insert how I deal with problems in real life. So most of the time I just kind of put it somewhere else, or at least I just don't focus on it, and I'm strangely detached from a lot of things. So in this way, I'm attached but somewhat detached. When is the main character when it's gonna obtain the secret sunset sauce perilla recipe? That's only in the West Coast, Dika. You can't find sunset sauce perilla in the Hollow Peninsula. That's just strictly East Coast. Not even the portal can bring that in. That's all I can say. Yeah, it's just, yeah. I think in particular I think I kind of got fought. Isn't it what this war is about? No, it's not, you idiot. Either way, I think the one line I did kind of like from I think the introduction to the Sunset War, which is in the airfield, is this line actually. It's like he forgot he was missing his right arm and simply reached upwards with the other one. I don't know how to say it, but it kind of requires the context. Because I am trying a bit more on the visual. I demand a refund. Bitch, you come here for free. What do you mean you need a fucking refund? No. Piss off. You only get a refund if you're getting a bad Life 2D job. Okay, man? That's what you should get. No, you get a refund if your food is bad too. Not a refund, I think you just die. Anyway, what I meant to say was this line is good, but I feel like the context is without the context, the one, what's it called? The without the visual context and the description, right? It's actually kind of odd. But then again, I guess if you are a trained reader, you might think of this as a pretty simple line that kind of solidifies that this guy has just lost an arm and he's just kind of shell-shocked and he just doesn't want, and he just simply uses the other one. I use things like Mr. Shakes, and then after that I was the sad thing is, I think the beginning and the end maybe just will be me sitting in a truck. I don't know, not sitting in a truck, just sitting somewhere writing in a book. I'm just gonna call... The thing about my world is that since I am aware that language changes over time, right? Language changes over time. So as you saw Dika when I was doing my twin blade story, I stared ahead, isn't that good? I look upon the horizon. I looked upon the horizon. Now here's the thing. I'm sitting at the back of a truck, like in a row of trucks. Like, I don't know how to describe it. The scene is that I kind of went away somewhere to hide, which is highly irresponsible. And I'm in this truck. How the hell do you say it? This truck alleyway. And I don't really have anything to focus. And it fits the context. Yeah. Yeah, it does fit the context on one hand. The other hand is that I don't know how to communicate this properly, but when I stare in real life, when I stare ahead, I have this tendency of not looking at anything while staring ahead. If you kind of get what I'm talking about, it's like I'm staring at nothing, even though there is something ahead. I'm not even staring at the horizon. I'm just literally staring at nothing, even though there is something there. So it has been a while. So yeah, you can kind of see I've been trying to do a minor flashback. More names popping up, and then after the simple descriptions of what happened. You're trying to create a melancholic feel, something like that. It's almost akin to a 1,000-yard stare. But something that I do regularly sometimes, because you just lose focus, you're distracted, or you're at least overwhelmed by something. Yeah, it's kind of like that feeling for this first part. So yeah, there you go. Most of the mercenaries that are in that ditch did not make it. So I'm trying to see whether I can do some, simple shock lines like this, with just simple words. Did not make it. Those that were on stretchers or somewhere out there mingling with the rest of the troops from the army. Then after that, I will have casualties. I know this looks very small, but zone out. Yeah, zone out. Yeah, pretty much that's what I do. Zoning out is exactly what I would say describe the situation. And then right here, there is a small casualty list. This will come up quite fairly often, I guess, because in theory, I guess the one equation that you can put together is that as a private mercenary company, you won't have enough man numbers compared to the army. So what I care for my men, the army literally has just like a lot of people to recruit, and they can keep going unless something really, really screws up. So for a private military company, having 52 mercenaries injured in the casualties list is already pretty much a death sentence. Not really a death sentence. It's a shock, really. I think I placed a number around 400 men, 500 men. I think 400 or 500 would be like the best ideal way, because we're not meant to be open warfare. We're just meant to be subversive. So which is kind of leads into the city and the warlord. So then after that, this one I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what I'm getting at here, because I wanted to convey that raiders are crazy. Raiders are just things I kill, and yeah, let's just leave that first. I'll try and discuss it. Okay, there's a lot more. In case you guys want to read this, I do believe I can leave it. It's in the same Google Drive. I will post that when I can. But for now, I'm still preparing something to showcase this model, and then some of that new model I've been working on. I've not been working, that I received from Cruiser, and I'll just try and put it together. Then after that, I'll just attach the Google Drive to that link, and then it'll be good, right? Yeah. So I find that I think one of the other defining things is that this is the way that this is definitely the first chapter is that I finally got around to describing the biggest thing that was in my universe. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it the universe. Basically, I haven't gotten time to discuss something like the Eternal Warfare. Let me just see if I can pull out that picture of the Eternal Warfare, because for all I say about my universe, right, I actually never really described it, or at least put it in a way that it's somewhat concrete. There's still a second chapter. Oh buddy, there is so many. So the airfield is 1, the city is 2, the warlord is 3, the duke is 4, and then the colonel is 5, the raid will be the 6. It's kind of slow. I mean, this is like the major part. This is just happening because it leads into like what happens later on. I think alongside this story, I'll write a small. Once I finish up Twin Blades, I can put a small story together that involves my mentor Junshi as well as his our robot companion together back in the Hollow Peninsula fighting another chat, which ties both stories together. And then yeah, that would be much better actually. Again, back I got a bit distracted, so that's no problem. The Eternal Warfare is something I actually never really discussed in this circumstance. So you know, it's like the super portal from Half-Life. Think about it that way. It's like the Black Mesa X incident, except where there's so much ambiguity because time has passed since that portal has been created. So the people who knew what really caused it are dead. So now we all know there's just a giant hole in the sky, and yeah, that's not fun, is it? 50 more chapter inside stories to it's become Kingdom Heart lore. I mean, if you're gonna write a war story, I can't really keep it simple and straight. Or at least I won't allow it. That's a bit of my personal pride leaking in. It's just like, you know what? I am not gonna allow this to go simple and straight. Let me see if I can just pull out that map. I mean, Kingdom Hearts lore is, well, difficult to stomach for a bunch of reasons. So let me see if I can just pull out this page. Okay, so here it is. So this is the Hollow Peninsula. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Yeah, I think I didn't mean Kingdom Hearts in a bad way. It just kind of gets very long to the point where it can actually end up losing people. The fun part about, you know, streaming and VTubing lore is that sometimes it's just a one-off thing where it can be. Sorry, I'm a bit sleepy. It's okay. I'll get the right thing soon because I want to continue off where I want to continue where I left off, which was around the Colonel. Yeah, the Colonel was where I ended up stopping off. But what I want to discuss briefly was the, what's it called? I wanted to briefly cover the Hollow Peninsula. So yeah, hello Choco, welcome to this. Hello Will, welcome to the stream. We're just doing a little lore discussion. I'm the only one who is, I think you're the only one who is disinvested in your lore. Yeah, basically, yeah, what else? Here's the unfortunate reality. Getting people invested into your lore is like nearly impossible because it's made of many nuances that you cannot. Hey, Luffy Kid, welcome to the channel. You seem new here. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing a bit of lore writing. I'm not really lore writing for now. Yes, I have been working on I've been working on a bunch of stories that describes my world, and I'm taking part of like the full advantage. Not saying it's a bad thing. Yeah, exactly. It was not a bad thing. So me and Dika in the chat actually are just discussing about how about lore, how nuanced lore is. It's not a bad thing because to expect that people will get immediately invested in your story, it's like a logical fallacy that you have in your. I don't think it's bad, but there is some extra effort, extra marketing that would require it. But mostly the lore is very much your own personal investment because. All right, so I'm gonna pull up an example. Okay, like this map right here is made out by me, and you wouldn't know anything. It could be one of your people, like a V writer. Yeah. That's the thing. That's why even when I am like, how do you say this already? When I am like tired of writing, it's a bad thing because I know that writing is one of my strongest suits because, well, streaming wacky games, screaming, and yeah, you know what, Will, you were there when we were playing Halo Infinite. You know how well I can scream, or at least just hoot and holler. Yeah, it doesn't. This is the unique aspect, but at the same time, I don't expect a lot of people to get invested into it. So you see this map right here. You wouldn't know what to make heads or tails. Is it like Halo needs people, by the way. Enjoy your time here. Yes, thank you, Dika, for greeting them. So yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing to translate anyway. Well, let me get back to the topic. When you see this map, you wouldn't know what to expect really. Like all these places, you can quite clearly tell if you're a Malaysian, or at least you have a rudimentary knowledge of Malaysian geography. You know this is Malaysia. You know down here that's Singapore, right? So, what else? What is all this name? What is all this? I did list this out in my Discord, but at the end, I also kind of realized that it don't make sense. It don't make sense, but it is still something I would like to share to people. And in the Sunset War, I did get around to explaining this thing. This, you know, the giant chunk of Malaysia just straight out missing. As like a, what was it called? As just like a giant portal that just has been there for many years. Look like a bitten ice cream to me. Well, after some time, black hole-esque gravity kind of just sucks away all the ground in solid states. Yeah, Will, Will and Lofi Kid. Yeah, this is just something I am outside of gaming. This is one of my strongest suits, which is writing. I am, in fact, a degree graduate in English language and literature. Though not very good one, but I make do. Again, I'm getting distracted. So I got around to describing the eternal waterfall, right? And his strongest suit is gaming. No, is it? No, wait. So I'm okay at it. There are people who are out there and who are gaming out there in a much more entertaining way. I have that flaw where I just end up zoning out, and that is not good for a streamer to just zone out. You can kind of see it sometimes when I'm just playing video games, I guess. Anyway, back to the topic. I got around the reason why describing this thing is a good step forward was because it means that there is more room to expand on other places that I feel like would be good to just, you know, walk around. Perhaps just put yourself in the shoe of one of the characters in this world and then just walk around. So Eternal Waterfall, yeah, it's basic. Yeah, I did mention, you know what game you should stream that allows you to not talk. Hey Dika, I'm banning you. Banned. He's bringing up Apex again. Mom! No Apex while I'm trying to explain my lore! Just kidding. No Apex. It's only Halo Infinite here. Just kidding. Although I did take some cues from Apex, but not cues from Apex, just cues from it's a thing about the giant portal trope is that I can make anything out of it, and I basically said, you know what, there are multiple things I'm interested in, and the waterfall is The waterfall is I like to do my law someday. Oh, playing Halo right now. Oh, you're playing Halo Infinite. I might be able to play later, but I am slightly tired, and I do have a collab tonight with my moderator, who is not around. I'm getting PTSD while listening to a lore. There is a lot. Yeah, the thing about lore is that I think the best ones are very simple. Let's say take for example Hollow Myth. It is intricate, but after a while you can kind of understand it. Or Hololive, I guess. Their lores are there, but mostly they're the ones carrying themselves because, you know, I think it's more like an idol actress thing. But to really have that fully fleshed out lore, right, I think takes skill, because no one is going to... Okay, people are going to be in... people will know what you are, but they are not interested in what could be a story behind it. Maybe there are Hololive fanfic writers out there. I don't know. If you're in the chat, I don't know. Call yourselves out so I can assess the situation. And while I proceed onto the kernel, because it's been 30 minutes and I do need to start writing really. So yes, I will just keep this here in case I feel like I can. Yeah, I can't write. I'm not talented enough. Dude, you DMing is already the essence of being able to, you know, lay out a fascinating story, because when you're playing Dungeon Master for a thing like okay, so a dungeon master, right? Dungeon mastering is actually quite interesting because it's a hybrid of story writing as well as, you know, critical thinking on the spot, improvisation. It happens live, but and it's incredibly unpredictable. And the experience I can use from this is when I what's it called, was it the one thing I could remember of DM that was quite similar to the Dungeons and Dragons experience was Arma 3. I don't know if you guys were there when for Will and Katie, if you're Kit, sorry, I call you Kate. I call you Katie because I have someone named Katie in my mind. Sorry, love you, kid. Arma 3 games, right? I hosted an operation called Operation Peacekeeper. A DM without place is nothing exactly. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I agree. It took me a while to actually grasp what you were saying. Well, still, it's something to do. But anyway, back to my story so that I can kind of see when I can finish it up. What's it called? I hosted Operation Peacekeeper, and while I did not write out anything, but I did intend for a stream of events that happened within that playthrough, within like, let me just see if I can get it here. Operation Peacekeeper. So we're gonna watch Operation Peacekeeper while it happens. So this was something that did happen. Hello, Nika. You guys so sweet. Okay, so this is Operation Peacekeeper. This is one of those events. This is kind of like DMing, by the way. Having an Arma 3 operation. It's very fascinating to see how it works, because obviously what happened here was, when you're DMing, and the advantage of DMing with people is that when there's a life story going on, you do not know what's the outcome. And right here at this moment, I'm so glad I did it, because at this very moment, right, I did not know that one of my players would steal one of the objectives, completely refusing air support, and then use it to destroy the base down there. I did not know about this. And I think that's one of the coolest things about dungeon mastering, basically. If you guys play D&D, you should get, if you guys have time and have a friend group who's interested in it, do give it a try. It's actually genuinely fascinating. And if you're interested to see how it works, you can look up a channel called Critical Role. Very nice people, hosted by great voice actors. I'm not sure if Matthew Mercer is hosting it, who is the voice of Crom from Fire Emblem as well. Prayer's creativity sometimes is entertaining. Yeah, and sometimes you yourself have to be quite entertaining. Oh, damn, poem. No, it's not a poem right now. I'm gonna get broadcasting channel. I am just continuing off from the kernel. I want to write from here so that, what's it called? It's a both thing really. So this is the kernel. This is one of the newest chapters in which I finally get a debrief. Yeah. It's not only the players, it's actually also the DM's creativity. So there was a okay, I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna go back to that one tab. Oh, okay, that just released something else. There was one moment where it gets repetitive on the part, very long, not gonna lie. It is very long. It is 100 like plus pages, but don't worry. Since past. So yeah, the kernel is meant to be like a the kernel and the raid is meant to be like interlude chapters, I guess, because the city and the wall. No, the Duke and the kernel are meant to be interlude chapters because this chapter will explain how we got here, and the kernel will explain the outlines of the next chapter, the outline basically. But I would not know what to put in as a subversion, or will it be a street mission, or will there be something to be pushed on? Anyway, while I work on the kernel. Alright, so there is an example of creativity that is something I can hide. Wait. This is the try not to watch the first hour of it because I ended up having to troubleshoot to the point where no one could play the game. So here's one of the things about creativity, right? Where is this guy? Let me see. Okay, no, it's not this team. It was a section around here when I was doing one of the civilian operations.
We just crippled 2 men in the apartment.
So this is you
guys are monsters.
How could you? We were fighting for a righteous cause, and you went in and shot me and my brother. Cut up. The Brotherhood of North. I really like the Brotherhood of North. this is all for a Command and Conquer themed gameplay. So so this is the first part. What actually happened later was something I completely improvised on the spot because they gave me a suggestion and I was like, I'm not even writing. I'm actually just watching this video with you guys. But this is just an example of how you can be creative inside a video game.
Monstrous, as they say. Kane has said that you are really monstrous.
Yeah, I'm not really good at improvisation, but yeah.
Never. I will never bow down to GDI.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, it's amazing how armor players take role-playing seriously. Oh, trust me. Maybe one of these days I'm gonna live stream my what's it called? Because I'm still making one of the operations where you play Girls Frontline Team campaign, and I'm trying to map out a few bugs before I can let people play test it. But you know what, bugs happen, so I might just be lax. Are you a armor player, little kid? It's kind of like that, and I think armor is a good way of expanding how I can do story writing because weave armor. Oh, trust me, it's despite you can't actually call it weave because what I did for that for this operation, right, was no, I had a friend who plays it. Ah, okay, I see. Let me see if I can pull up that snapshot of that weird thing I was working on. Oh yeah, there it is. Playing armor with enemy girls. Can't wait. There it is. You make do with the things that you find. Oh, you have a friend. Ah, I see. Maybe you can ask him to join. I always need more armor players. I'm taking after people like Remy and Rubik's Raptor. But I really do like it because it allows you to expand. So before I get back into writing, so I will try to explain the kernel in a little bit. I'll explain after after I do this chapter. So this is basically an example of what people will be playing as. These are Girls Frontline characters, except for this woman. I don't know who this woman is. I assume it's either from Kantai Collection or Azur Lane, but either way, I was just thinking like, is there a way I can have a doll that is not. Can I have a replacement T dolls? The Girls Frontline universe. The main allure is the T dolls, which are very cute ladies with guns. Trust me, they're androids as well, so they can be cute wherever they want. So my mind, whenever I do this operation, was like, is there any way I can try and relate this game, or just try and keep this operation as faithful as to Girls Online? And in that constraints of what I have, you can manage to figure out something quite surprising actually. The girl sitting next to the turret of this APC is not actually a Girls Online character, but because I don't really need to what's it called already? I don't really need to expand what is a real Girls Online character when it's not. So what I did was I took the maid girl, and there is a character in the game called G36, right? And in there, because both of them look similar, of course, they're just girls with blonde hair, maid outfit, somewhat a bit of similar eye color, although this one is a bit this one has heterochromia. So I put 2 and 2 together, and then after that, I just kind of made my own self version of G36, and it doesn't have to be one-on-one. And doing all this creative stuff, right? I think honestly, making armor operations, right, or at least just custom creating content with mods that are out there but do not have exactly what you want, is, you know, filling me with this potential to, you know, how do you say it really, right? This potential to how do you viewers put it already? My brain is kind of going stupid already. Let me try and write. So it kind of makes me realize I can try and improvise some things. Okay. So what I write, okay, so yeah, basically when you have to work within the limitations of what you have, and then you start thinking out of the box, that's when you can feel proud that you are able to, you can build a story with what you have, and it doesn't have to be strictly what you want it to be. Because in life, not every action in the world, not every group in the world or feature will have everything that you want. Sometimes you gotta take the things that you have and then work with it. And it kind of applies back to story writing as well, because there are things that you wouldn't have on hand when you're writing a story, right? So you wouldn't have artists with you when you're beginning. You wouldn't if you have friends and you can convince one of your friends to write your to write your stories, that's fine. To draw art based on your story, that's fine, right? But sometimes you have to rely solely on yourself in order to build that story. So all of this is, for me, it's a passion project, but also a demonstration of how far I've gotten into writing. So yeah, I think one of the ways I can do this is that I didn't know exactly what I had in mind here. Oh no, I do have exactly. I was thinking of a game called Steel Lancer Arena International, and I'm making their robots part of the story because I feel like it could be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. It's this kind of visual language that maybe some people will have trouble trying to figure out, because again, the resources are not there. It's kind of a practice thing you have to do. So yeah. Yeah, my brain kind of shorted out again. Yeah, the whole thing with the kernel is nice because it's no longer a what's it called? It's no longer a chapter where, you know, it's a debriefing chapter, but it tells you it tells you more about what's going to happen soon, or at least like more of the world around you. And it's better because I'm not working within the constraints of this map anymore. No, I'm actually working on top here. If you see the Regalia Mera on top here, this is where I'm working at. So this is the ghost territory. So I can make up names, I can make up places that I wouldn't normally associate with, because here I've already set my constraints and I already know what I have. But in the story itself, yeah, it won't actually be there. So here we are at the kernel. It's actually been 40 minutes since I started streaming, and I have not written a single dang word. Wow, I'm terrible. So yeah, let's go in actually right now, shall we? Because I guess the talking is fine. This is like one of those just talking sessions, but I would like to throw some right things. There was nothing else to really. There was nothing else to how do you say this already? So the kernels, this chapter's debrief is to highlight several things. Sure, go ahead. I was doing something too, but I got distracted. No issues. I mean, like, I'm very easily distracted. It's like study stream. I'm so glad you find it like comfy enough to be like a very chill stream, because explaining all this kind of gets it out of my head sometimes when I can't write. Maybe streaming it would be fun, because if I can explain it to, I don't even have to explain it to anyone in particular. If I can explain it on camera, or at least just somewhere where it's live and I can remember my words, I think it's good enough actually. It kind of applies to studying as well, but it just depends. If we talk about it, you remember it more. But if you don't talk about it, keep it in your head, you know, you go a little cuckoo. I'm doing the vast thing right now. It's just start spinning in your head, you know that? Because you're still here. So all of these guys are meant to be old geezers in the army, like dictatorships basically, where there are officers promoted based entirely on family, political power and whatnot. So there's one of those chapters. I left it there, not wanting to erupt. Okay, so I have to be right back. It looks like my dog needs to leave the room. Sorry, welcome back. How's the stream so far actually? Testing out OBS has been pretty fun because I guess now with the what's it called? Now with like increased FPS even for games like Halo Infinite, I think it's pretty good to just play this like, well, I guess, I don't know. Anyway, back to the story. So I left it there. And focus. And make his next reply. I also have a habit of using big words as well. So I want to make this guy kind of a dick, but you know, for good reasons. Heck gives us an edge in one way, but it is the wrong edge. So it's like, you know the leader. Unfortunately, we cannot proceed. I cannot proceed with my plans. How do you say it? My plans. With my strategy. Forces upwards through the region. Unless it is find out exactly where. Why my dog just came back to the room. Oh boy. How do you guys like the music so far? It's Skies Unknown from Ace Combat. It's a very nice, relaxing piece of music, and I genuinely just enjoy listening to it because you know what, it's nice and calming. Hey. So I'm just looking back at my Twitter, and it's just this one video of aliens. Yeah, I literally actually I played Alien. I played Arma 3 last night with aliens, with an aliens co-op mission with my friends Nova Kore and Daryl. I really enjoyed it actually. I think I'll post a bit more. I'll be breaking the detail over the weekend very quickly, but I do have some obligations to catch up to. Why couldn't you retreat somewhere safe and proceed? Resume your mission. So it's like an element of, you know, doing something. He makes a point. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Instead, you retreated. Okay, alright. I've got to go buy food. See ya, Dylus. Alright, see ya, Dika. Thanks for coming to the stream, though. It's always nice to have you around. It's always nice to have everyone around, actually. Anyone around to just see me write is like something completely unnatural for me as well, I guess, because I don't know. It's very strange. Costing us a delay. Let's significant. Sir, I was ready. Sir, we were caught in the middle of a war. What is it called already? We were caught between the tree wing. And there was I don't know how to say this already. How do you put this already? Viewers, what you expect? Because I want to say like okay, the events basically is that in the city in the warlord, we're going into one of the regions in what is formerly Thailand, and what actually happened was that there was a giant battle erupting halfway through while we were scouting the city. The scouting mission would have gone fine, right? But the giant battle happened, and plus it screwed up everybody and cost us a lot of cost us a fair amount of casualties. I think around there were like 12 people sent in. I think around 2 confirmed died. A few. I think 4 around. There's 1 injured, and then 2 missing in action, which is really quite a big number. I'm just trying to put it in a way that's like. So, with all due respect, we could not continue the mission. Such enemy agitated? Agitated? I don't remember. Extended recon and down a few
Down a few still. And running low on ammo. There was simply no way. Where is your force? And mercenary, you should have expected. Let me see. You should have expected. Not of that magnitude. And I feel we were expecting an unaware enemy, an alert but otherwise tame enemy, not a few dozen artillery shells raining on us. Tame enemy, yeah, tame enemy. That's good enough, I guess. Let's see. My throat lately has been, a bit complicated nowadays. Give me a second, I need to get to more water. Here we go. Hello, I'm back with a bit of water on my throat. Alright, let's see where we started, where we left off actually. Well, right thing, Luffy Kid, what are you studying for actually? If I may ask. I'm quite interested. Yeah, don't worry. War of angry killers. The top. ABMMA. Oh, multimedia arts. Ah, okay. You are working on. So you are also art. I see. That's nice, actually. Filling up a form, but IDK how Twitch and our country tax numbers work. Where are you from? I'm not really sure actually. If you're receiving monetization from Twitch, I don't really know, but I wish the best of luck for you. I won't be able to help out there. I mean, like I have a compulsion for it. ABMA. So Will, how long have you been into your program actually? Because I do know some programs take 3 to 4 years. Take 4 years. So yeah, I am a university graduate, so I am always just naturally curious. Oh, you're a freshman. Ah, I see. Well, yeah, I've been there before. Freshman life is actually pretty nice. Provided, sadly, my first year will be online. Oh, dude, don't worry. My final year was offline. My final year was online, and I think I kind of went crazy because of that. It's yeah, just that. So I don't know. It's not a bad thing. I guess it's like my second year will be face to face. Ah, perfect. Face to face would be nice. As long as your university life has some degree of communication face to face, it'll be good enough as it is. So yeah. Would it been better? So what have you been doing so far for your freshman? How are you enjoying it actually? Because yeah, university tends to be a very subjective experience, so I understand if it's, well, I don't really know how to say it, just a bit funky. I don't know. I don't see. This is my other problem. I don't know how to talk to anybody, so I made my judgment call to preserve voices. Provide me time to read on the supply and we can hit back. You're joining it as soon as I'm joining a lot. I just wish it was face to face because I'm in the art course. Oh yeah, definitely. But like the courses that require a lot of physical like consultation, I guess, will be a bit difficult working. Something like English language and literature was better experience actually as a person in face-to-face because actually you get to discuss with the teacher, you get to discuss with the lecturer about what's going on, and it turns out to be pretty chill actually. How do you say this, right? Chill, not chill, but there is a sense of, you know, involvement, and you can actually get a lot more information if you talk to that person. Whereas online there's lack of commitment and whatnot, so it gets very tacky working in an online environment. Time is of the essence. May I lead by while the enemy approaches. True, and the fact that I'm at home, time passes by really quick. Even for work, right? I'm working right now at an internship, but it also passes by very fast for me as well. So I definitely understand what you're talking about, and it's kind of hard to deal with it because you wouldn't know where else what's happening really, and yeah. Don't really know how to put it. It's just like, which sucks is I'm a high school grad, which was online, which sucks. Oh yeah, anything final year for your for education is going to be bad. What is proto? Just reading a bit of Reddit on the side. But yeah, if you have gone through that experience, let it be known that my sympathy goes out for you because I was in that situation last year. Not fun. Oh wait, no, I didn't get into that situation last year. I got into the situation this year. It's not fun, and honestly, I feel like education is better face to face. A mix of at home and face to face. Because if you just do it at home, it's a lack of involvement, and you get distracted, and then after that you get lost, and then while you're doing work or while you're doing university theses, you can just get distracted. You can get distracted. What's it called? You can get distracted playing video games and whatnot, and it gets very, very, very annoying after a while. Yeah. Alright, so let me go back to the writing. I don't really know. I wanted that hostile. This lack of critical information, I suggest stay your tongue. What's his name again? I was actually hoping to be a film director. Oh, that's actually really interesting. Film directing. Yeah. Tell me more about your aspirations to be a film director. I would love to hear it while I type out. Because I also had somewhat of the same aspiration. Kinda. Cinematic licenses. Cinematic interests. Kinda. Makes sense. to me, because I like finding the best shots of a lot of things. I always wanted to write short stories. Hello, Eiten. Good day to you. Hello, rEEEEE. This is not actually a short story. This is a really long super story. Yeah, it's a long story. Maybe a short story in terms of like how it is, but as far as I know, this is gonna be a pretty long one. And I have planned out what I feel like would have been the ideal amount of chapters to be towards like the conclusion, from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, around 19 chapters should be okay, I guess. Maybe 20. I don't know. There's a lot of things I want to write, but I don't want to what's it called? I don't want to be oh, I just opened up Minecraft. I don't want to be overwhelming with information. Yeah, I want to make films that make people think about themselves, because yeah, I think people should know more about themselves and how they feel as a person and stuff. Philosophical themes. Let me see. What kind of movies inspired that? What are your filmic? What are your cinematic inspirations actually to getting into this field? I do know there's a lot of movies that do focus about it, but I don't really remember what they were. If you can tell us, that would be great. Films inspire me as well, but they don't really lay out how I can write stories. Mercenary. I might know this year's gonna be longer, but for started, I mean, one should start with shorts, no? Perfect. Yeah, you should start with short stories, or you can start with sorry, I tend to get wrapped up myself, but yes, definitely. If you want to if you wanted to get involved in doing short stories, yeah, go ahead, do it first. Yeah, like Fight Club as well as Good Will Hunting. Oh, Fight Club! I didn't watch Fight Club, but Good Will Hunting was something I planned. I think I might have caught a glimpse of, but I don't really get it. But I will need to watch those two movies again. One that does feel like the questioning thing was the Green Mile, the one that was super sad and had Tom Hanks with it, because that one just really makes you question a lot of things. Things that make that you guys have watched Forrest Gump, and he brings out a Tom Hanks movie. As soon as I brought up the Green Mile, we just started and immediately just Forrest Gump's like, oh, it's time for Tom Hanks to come out of the blue. But no, actually, you know what? Forrest Gump is nice. It's a reflection of the time period through a very unique man's perspective and whatnot. Forrest Gump is nice. I love it. Yeah, it's okay. Because like when it comes to streaming, sometimes you can come up with weird coincidences, and it's really the deal is true. Remember our agreement. Services. Our funds. Yeah, service. We shall keep it professional. I mean, like, I really do. I don't really know what else to say, but Forrest Gump for me was just a very interesting movie. I think maybe the ones that make people think about themselves are like the simple ones, basically. The simple ones that talk about subjects that are not too, how do you say it? Not too complicated, not too flashy, not a Marvel movie for sure. If you want a movie that I like, that makes you think about yourself, or at least just reflect, Marley and Me is one. Any movies with dogs, movies with pets in it, tend to be ones that make you think about yourself, because they are reflection. Dogs, pets are a reflection of their owners, and Marley and me was kind of like not really like that, but it reflects. It shows a lot of the owner's personality, even if they're abrasive. And there was another movie, A Dog's Life, which kind of makes you question, kind of makes people think about it as well. So yeah, that's about it. They have done a good job. I'm accepting. I mean, yeah, it is like, yeah, it is just basically a bias on part of myself, because pets are an easy way of just figuring out who you are as a person and as a companion, because pets are difficult to, you know, reconcile with, even if you especially if you live with someone. But if you have like very little friends, pets do a lot for you, and movies with pets, I guess, also bring out that kind of self-questioning. And pets also do that in real life. We have one, a dog. I have 2 dogs, and I do the same with them as well. I'm a cat person. How about you? I actually have both, a dog and a cat. Dogs and a cat. You shall let them rest for their next life. It's on the true ruins of death while being marked. The Sunwing Inferiors? Chimera. Chimera, interesting. I mean, kinda, I like a lot of animals, basically. Dogs are definitely on top of the list, because I own 2 dogs very close to me. The one thing that I do enjoy, cats are nice. My cat is fairly loving, somewhat very loose cannon. And then there are things like a bit unorthodox, I guess. I am a huge fan of tegus. You know, the big lizards that are like, let me look up a tegu. Let me just see. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this thing, the tegu. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's big. It's red. It's like a big pet, and it's kind of harmless, kind of friendly. It generally is like a very cute looking thing. I'm sorry if you're afraid of lizards, but I genuinely just like tegus. It looks okay and very cute, and yeah, I genuinely have a oh, that's MacGyver. Oh, it's a big one. Yeah, this is the big tegu lizard that's been living around, and it's very interesting. So yes, I do like a wide range of animals. Sometimes if I'm afraid of them, it's should be sought under their mercy. Yeah, it's a bit weird bringing up the lizard thing, but if you are somewhat scared, I do apologize, because yeah, I have a wide range of animals, and I am aware that not a lot of people are fond of the same things I am. Kind of lazy. Yeah, tegus are nice and lazy. Although here's the thing about, I know how to clean up dogs and cats, but I do not know how to clean up lizards. I do not know how to clean up a lizard or reptiles, or you know, anything else that isn't like a what's it called? That wasn't I don't remember. My brain died. Is it my brain die? Sorry. I don't know. I just like cold-blooded. Yeah, it's a cold-blooded thing. Wait, are you talking about me? Because I also feel slightly cold-blooded, because whenever something happens, my brain kind of gets poopy. was scratching something. Yeah, I guess this is my issue when I'm streaming. I tend to just zone out, and I think Dika brought it. We need to advance, else we will be buried here. Yeah, it's like I zone out, and if I don't have anything interesting to talk about, I tend to just keep quiet. And I understand as a streamer, this is a bad thing. So I'm not really sure how to counter it, because it requires reading people and understanding what they do, and popping questions here and there. But there's sometimes where I can just give you a very simple answer without any explanation, and that'll be it. And I'll just stay quiet for like the next 10 minutes. I hope that doesn't make you guys feel a bit strange. So yes. Oh, okay. So, let me just bring this up, because you brought up short story, right? Read one. How was your short story? How is your short story going? If you have any, let's talk a bit about stories now, because we're actually talking about stories. You know that. The time will come. We will decide after major Palam. Let's see. There are 3 people here. So there is Balam, there is me, and then there is another person I remember already. Just see. Yeah, my brain is. I'm good. Just vibing here because I'm actually in the middle of drafting my presentation slides. Oh, what are you presenting about? Actually, very curious. Well, it's always interesting whenever you can encounter student stuff, because my experiences. Oh yeah, Bansi. It's not Balam. Steady your turn. Steady your turn. Hi, cat person. Hello. Cat person's bond. I remember it like crazy cat person for myself, but yeah. I heard a loud A. Stout man with barrels for arms. I had no doubt it's scarred barrels for arms. I guess it's like sculptures. Was it barrels? I mean like the arm is thick. Underneath a layer of thickened armor. His form mostly hidden from sight. True, underneath solid. Do continue, don't mind me. Biotechnology course. Something about the method of do continue. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I like talking to the chat as well, because sometimes it just helps keep the mood flowing. It's like the casual talk. It's like talking with friends. Biotech. I do remember a few people that I talked to about biotech. Something about environmental pollutant analysis. There was a system for this that I learned in high school. I don't remember what exactly it was. Yeah, it's very unfamiliar to me. But having learned a bit of biology, I do believe there are several senses that you can use. I'm quite. I'm not lying when sometimes I'm quite fascinated by what people do because it's more like understanding what's going on and whatnot. A suit of olive, red and black. It's red armor that looked thicker than a tank hull. Had answered. He stepped up, carrying what seemed to be a helmet underneath his arm. His left eye was missing. His last eye was hidden underneath a glowing blue piece of glass, immediately making me assume he was blind. He was blind. He was half blind. And then I caught it changing color when it looked at the wall map. Yeah, writing stories just take like time. Just thinking my brain. Yeah. This is the thing about writing streams. It's always kind of weird because there's no context for the things you're writing, and sometimes you just literally tune out and just go quiet, and you just go very quiet. Yeah. Just thinking. That is, I'm hoping to play custom games in Halo, like Death Run and some stuff like that. In the future, maybe next year I can arrange some custom games. But unfortunately, for now, it looks like the list of people who are playing Halo are a bit low. So we gotta keep playing multiplayer until I can, round up a group of people who can play Halo together. And let's wait for Forge as well, because I really am interested in like. I'm really interested in just hosting all these matches. Interested in just like, just playing around, because it's cool. I like Halo, and having more people to play is really nice. Again, reading something cursed on Reddit. Yeah, sometimes I get distracted. He took command of the key. He was passed the key from Matthias's side, and immediately wanted the room with his foot. At least everyone but me. He listened. There you go. Bansi was an interesting man, and immediately, instantly, one of the individuals seemingly had earned his right to rank inside this room. I was sure he was just as if not some close. So much so that I don't know, Bill. If in case there is time, you can always just host it in like the chat as well. I don't really have to stream it these days because streaming for me is more like casual thing. So if you do want to play custom games, then you can just always hit me up. Actually, you can hit me up and we can just have a little bit of fun. Just thinking, my brain is kind of like shutting down. The stream will end in a little bit at 4:30 because I wanted to go and I want to try and see if there's anything else to do. More bathroom. There's a perfectly fine lagoon. What am I reading? It's something about Jurassic Park. There's a new game coming out called Jurassic Park Evolution. I've not bought the game yet because I don't have money. I would like to get my first payment first. If I was in payment first, but you know what? I probably will buy. What's it called? I probably will buy Jurassic Park Evolution 2 because I would like to have a nice park simulator. Okay, let's see. Hey, baby. Okay, looks like my dog wants to get out of my room again. I have to keep leaving him out of the room. I'm really sorry. Give me a second. Okay, baby. Pets are very needy, I guess. They're kind of like there, but they're also not there. Then brushed it. Yes, it was simply a wave coincidence. His once into Nerang was the most successful out of the 3 debris held tonight. Yours a male or a female? My dog is all the animals in my house are males actually. They're all dogs. They're all doggies. Doggies. Yes. It's all very nice. Very nice males, but it does mean they always start to bark whenever there's like a... Back in the room again. I literally just let him out into the room and now he's back here. I find male cat are needy than female. Yeah, male cats always have this need to dominate, but in a very strange way. Very strange. What do you want, baby? Give me a second. I can't figure out what this dog wants. I've put him outside the room without the stopper. I'm pretty sure he can now go in and out without getting, without having to leave the room. But that's without having to go through the means of the door stopper. The door stopper is the dog's greatest enemy. Okay, now my dogs are fighting. Okay, let me see. Plant C. Keeping it simple yet very convincing. Keeping his report simple and very convincing. Yeah, he's just rolling around on the floor. Give me a second, I will be right back. Sorry, my dad came over just now to ask me about the spare house keys. So yeah, that's a bit bad. I don't know what's happening. Ooh, okay. So we're nearing. We're almost there actually at the 4:30 mark. So I guess. It's describing. Okay, let me see Nara. Ah, no. Where is Nara? See the map Kuala Lumpur. Where is it really? Ah, there it is. It's here. Describing Naradan's treacherous walk charge environment. I had been up to the part of the region everything he was describing about the place was true, darling. Rain, monsters, and whatever was left was here that Sunwing was taken over by its walls. It's equally surprising as hearing about storm the bases with his Okay, so hello Dylus, sorry late. It's okay. I'm actually going. I'm really sorry as well, cause usually for the writing stream, I like to keep it short and simple. So it's already been 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I won't really continue on from here. If you'd like to read this story, I'm still working on the teaser for my model. So once that's done, right, I will be able to put in my I'll be able to put in my what's it called? I'll be able to put in my Google Drive link. So yeah, don't worry, Gigatron. You can catch up with the stream bot as well. So I'll just move back up to the what's it called? The chatting screen. So yeah, thank you. I see a new face today, which is very nice. And yeah, thank you for coming over to the writing stream. I know I talked a lot today compared to the last times when I just wrote and could talk. But overall, I think it's a good stream. I'm glad to see one more new person is here. So don't forget to subscribe and if in case you like my content, and then just if you're interested, just follow my Twitter and wait, I don't have a Twitter link. No, my Twitter link's on my channel. Sorry. If you're interested in my content, you can always just come to my Discord channel. It's in the description below, and that's where I kind of post my events and whatnot, and where I hang out. And yeah, that also marks the end of the streams for this week. And with that, I think next week will be mostly the same. Halo Infinite probably will be on the menu, but I will have to find a new game to stream single player wise. Otherwise, we can always just continue with otherwise we can just play either what's it called, Dead Cells, or I don't know. Let's just see how Hyperlight Drifter. I don't know. I don't really know. let's just see what happens. All right, play by ear. And with that, yeah, thank you for coming to the stream, everybody. It's been a pretty chill Saturday afternoon. Did get a bit rushed the end because of the dogs being going slightly crazy. And yeah, thank you all. Thank you, Giga, for coming to stream. Don't worry, you can read the thoughts later. Thank you, Re1, for coming to the stream. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Kid. Thank you, Dika. And then thank you, Broadcasting Channel, for coming to my channel. And as well as Mysterio, thank you all for coming to the writing stream. I hope you'll join me next time. Next week will be the what's it called already? Next week will be the reading stream for this book and this game. So do come around if you want to hear like an live reading of Ender's Game. And just to note, this is not going to be the start of Ender's Game. This is actually somewhat halfway through. We are in Salamander Army. Oh, is it Salamander? I don't remember. We are now in a different. We're now in a chapter somewhat ahead in the book. So if you do want to have a little less spoilers, you can always just watch back the VODs or VODs of the earlier Ender Game readings. All right. So with that, thank you, mercenaries, for coming over. I stream by. I drop by when I have time again. No problem. I always okay. So this is actually quite important. I don't know whether I should stress this, but in case you have any feedback to give me regarding my streams or a long time reader, you can. I put in the Google Forms in the description. I would, in case that you want to give me some feedback on how I host my streams and whatnot regarding anything technical wise, personality. I don't know. Just take a look at the feedback form and see what you can give me. That is if you're inclined. I don't want to force you guys to give me feedback, but if you like me the way I am, that's perfectly fine. And thank you, Re1, for saying that anyway. It's always nice to have you guys over. And with that, thank you again, mercenaries. And I hope you have a happy Saturday, everybody. Great. Have a good evening, and glory be a day, mates. See ya.